Hey guys, this is Force Reacts, and I'm back to react to Death Battle, Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar. Okay, so yeah, it's about time, about time they finally confirmed this, considering Tanjiro was, pretty much the first character confirmed after the last season ended. So, yeah, and pretty much everyone said at the same time, yeah, he's fighting Jonathan Joestar, and so, my whole opinion on this, I'm hoping Jonathan wins. I'm rooting for Jonathan because I'm not even gonna try to go into my thoughts on Demon Slayer again. I've reiterated this many times. I think Demon Slayer is overhyped and overrated. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just that every time I hear about it, it's always in regards to the animation. Giguk, when he was he hadn't read the manga, but he said the anime made him cry and stuff like that. But he said it in a way that made him think the animation was what sells it, and that doesn't make sense to me. It's as if the animation equates to the story, and that's not how that works. That's just not. I just don't. I just cannot agree with that. It's perfectly serviceable, but at the end of the day, it's just as generic as shows like Black Clover, and yeah, and considering Black Clover is my second favorite anime of all time. Yeah, you're good. And yes, I just said that. But yeah, in my opinion, Black Clover just pulls it off infinitely better. So, yeah, and anyway, yeah, I've been looking forward to this, and people say it's a close fight, but the only, they say it's a close fight, but Jonathan wins, and while I am not going to try and argue with, because I want Jonathan to be the winner, it's more it's more the only thing I've seen people argue for Jonathan in this case is a very dubious speed scaling, which includes scaling him to other Joestars as well as Dio. Part 1 Dio, I get that. Jonathan did beat Part 1 Dio, but Part 3 Dio, I mean, yeah, Dio was possessing Jonathan's body, but I don't think that counts. But yeah, they clocked him in at that one speed scaling put him above the speed of light, at least in reaction time, and that just does not sound right to me. At least when it comes to Part 1 characters, we get past Part 2, if we get past just Part 1, yeah, there are some arguments for light speed, but Part 1, I don't see that unless you really want to scale him to other Joestars, specifically Joseph Joestar, who's, the JoJo after him. And I guess that kind of makes sense, but yeah. And while hamon, in and of itself, is not inherently lethal to humans, it does work on humans, as displayed by Joseph. So, yeah, but who knows what this is gonna do. I've been prattling on for almost 4 minutes. But yeah, I'm betting on and rooting for Jonathan, but I am very hesitant on, I am very hesitant on on whether I should bet on Jonathan or not. But anyway, that's what I'm going for. So let's just start the video in 3, 2, 1, and play.
Wiz! Hey! Don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead! Beer! Okay, not real beer, it's a bunch of emojis. Listen up, this is crazy. Did you know the Death Battle channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal. Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind-the-scenes videos, members-only live chat, and over 20
Not interested.
emojis. All you gotta
It's cool,
do is
but
click the join
not
button,
interested.
and you're in the club.
Lord knows you need the money because Rooster Teeth's getting bought out, so,
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But
Yeah.
don't cross 'em, else they might
Yeah, I
leave you
forgot to-
breathless. He's
I forgot
whiz
to
and
mention,
stick.
And
in
it's
reality,
not
these
possible
two
to
would
weapon
never
armor and
fight.
skills
They're
needed
they're
to
both
win
good
a
boys.
death battle.
In a death. Okay, dang it. I'm not gonna be able to sync up. Dang it. They are both good boys. And in reality, the closest thing they get to a fight is JoJo thinking that Nezuko is going after Nezuko because, demon. But then Tanjiro would come in, explain the situation, JoJo's like, oh, okay. And then they sit down, have tea, and Jonathan would leave.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them,
Yeah.
including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived. The eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too. Bad news is she's a demon now. So
Yeah.
sorry, champ. I'm chucking this
Certified
day
group
as an
mom
L.
and cinnamon roll.
Possessed the golden
Fair.
anime
I'll give him
protagonist,
that.
and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good. Especially when combined
Yeah,
with the
cool.
Slayer's
Jonathan
fancy
can
face
literally,
katana magic.
use hamon to travel through metal, and especially if that's sunlight absorbing, I mean.
It's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that.
Because somehow breathing equates to better sword fighting skills.
Breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep. Literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing with their blades for, well, katana magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness
Just
made him a
artistic flair for the
prodigy
newest
Demon
iterations
Slayer
of the
in no
elements
time.
interacting
He proved to be a
powers.
tactical
Okay,
genius
okay.
in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them.
Okay, at least they brought that up,
It
because
was
I
obvious
honestly
that
did think that was
demon
just
slaying
artistic
was
flair.
in his very blood.
Because it was! Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing
Because of course it
increases
can.
Tanjiro's speed and power.
It's
but
a-
at a cost. It will
It's
quickly
an anime.
tire out and
It's a
overuse
shonen
could
anime.
severely
If a
debilitate
massive
Which
attack
can
doesn't
also
form a
turn into
dragon or
really
something, it's
distracting
considered
birthmark on
the anime is
forehead.
considered a failure.
Stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him x-ray vision.
This
Yeah.
allows him such a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away,
Because for
it lets
some
him find
reason
an
he's
opponent's
good at
opening in battle
smelling
even easier than
things.
before.
You'd think being an
It's a
anime
weird-
swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train whiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And
Uh-huh.
this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly
That's a
powerful
lot.
demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Yeah, and whatever Inosuke is. That is completely fair.
An infamously shit-tastic fantastic time to be alive.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history. And
Yeah,
make him your
I
brother.
can't even argue
And
with that.
You one unlucky schmuck.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
And you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort
Of course.
to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his
Danny
life
Arena
to breaking
Dio, but it's
Jonathan's
complicated.
turning him into
Yeah,
a
it is a bit complicated.
After being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
Of
I
course.
don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar.
Yeah.
Glad
Jonathan is a true
Dio
gentleman.
now bent on world domination. Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't
Yeah,
just any
it's
creepy floating
weird.
Italian man. It was Will
Hamon is
Antonio
weird.
Zeppeli, a practitioner
There's a
of
reason
Hamon, an
Araki
ancient
replaced
martial
it with
art
stands in part
specifically
3.
to battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what hamon means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah,
Hamon
it is very weird.
massively increases a user's
Through
physical
surfaces and just
abilities
metal,
and
yep,
allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he just
Oh, yeah.
gum-gum fruit.
It
He
literally-
does this by using the
Yeah,
ripple to
it-
dull the pain of dislocating his
His
shoulder before
joints
snapping it back.
dislocate.
Sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like
Really?
the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced
Huh.
isolation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain. Just
Huh.
like the zoom punch.
Hamon is basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking
Yeah.
on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive.
Of course.
It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
Uh-huh. Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain. and
Don't you be
waged war
dissing on the
against
best
army
waifu
of
Speedwagon.
monsters and zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He can even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing,
Right,
Zeppeli's
yeah.
last act was to pass his ripple on to Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck. With his bare goddamn hand.
Right.
With this
Yeah.
power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait.
Now,
You might want to
fisted
rephrase.
Dio is pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light
weaker on
stands
account
like
of somebody
Dark
rejecting.
Platinum. Hell,
Huh,
even other
okay.
rifle users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed.
Okay, yeah, there we
even
go. They're
Hamon,
they're doing
Jonathan's
light speed.
greatest
Okay,
strength was
let's do
always
it.
His intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he
And
did
another
not die
child,
in
don't forget
vain.
that.
His bloodline would continue throughout the ages.
Oh, yeah,
Spawning
his-
illustrious, and
his
his
family
heroes
line
who
is
crushed
a
Dio's plans
weird
and
tree.
saved the universe.
And they all had one thing in common. His name, JoJo. Wait, is the ripple his
Okay, cool. You had to do the to be continued. If you can't do the okay.
It's
Time for a death battle. Okay, we're just going. We didn't even go through ad. Oh wait, never mind. Okay. Okay, I get. At least I can. Okay, whatever. So, man, they're not even like did the butt first. They just went through. They just blue balled me. They thought. Okay. So yeah, they're going with Lightspeed Jonathan. Jonathan's gonna win. Let's. So yeah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, Tanjiro's definitely got a lot, but Jonathan's definitely yeah. I saw that little ice sculpture like feat that was like 40 tons of TNT. And Tarkus's boulder feat was 80 tons of TNT. That's twice. So yeah. Oh well. We'll see what else we got. So once the, you know, the post analysis comes along. So I want to see. So let's go for the. Let's just see the animation because I really want to see it. It's probably gonna be really cool. Okay, here we go.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions. I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone. You poor wretch.
Of course, it has to be about Nezuko. Got it.
Mind control on my honor as a gentleman.
Well, yeah, I guess Dio has mind controlled people before, so you know.
Sir? Did you bump your head? Total concentration. Water breathing. Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through.
Aw, he's kind of adorable, like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
Uh-huh.
You're mine. Valiant footwork.
Ooh. I just love he's picking up and throwing trees. Okay, sun breathing, alright.
Nice try. Incredible. You could teach me a thing or two. Scarlet Overdrive.
His breathing is carrying some kind of energy. Like me.
And that means I know how to stop him.
Okay, yeah, he could probably deduce, definitely.
Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive.
Oh man, he got rid of the Pluck and Pluck sword, dang it! Yeah, he knows the weakness of Hamon now, and that's breathing, because he uses a similar technique, that makes sense.
Going for my lungs.
Oh man.
Did he dodge?
Huh! 2 inches off. Okay, yeah, here we go. With the sword still in his chest.
Jeez. My sister.
On my honor as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Oh, that's actually kind of sad.
KO! I'm not
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
I'm only crying really hard. Holy shit, hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
with
He's definitely got
more
training on his side.
features. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro
Right,
was
yeah.
obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic, while Jonathan really only improvised as a swordsman.
But
Right,
that's where
yeah.
the advantages stopped. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and Jojo to Tarkus,
Right,
Jonathan
yeah.
was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster, too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster. That might seem crazy, but in Part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which
Okay.
can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his ripple with
I'm
X-ray
still
vision,
not sure that
Tanjiro
that
was
should be
not
counted, but
fast enough to keep
other
up.
feats have shown
Especially
light
with
speed,
the
so
Ripple
it's
backing
fine.
him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend against the Ripple bypassing his durability and directly messing with his organs.
Such
Right.
as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart. Something
Right,
other Ripple
yeah.
users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure,
Right,
Tanjiro could
yeah.
cover himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and not, fighting.
And while sun breathing's overuse was dangerous to Tanjiro, Jojo's hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that Jojo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried
Of course.
him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
Okay.
Jonathan
I should have expected that as the pun, but whatever.
Thank you for
I'm happy.
watching. Stay
Like
tuned
Jonathan
for
won,
the
but that was our
matchup
surprisingly
next
sad
week.
ending.
You can always get more Death Battle right now.
Hopefully
Go to
Nezuko's
the
not
box
too
right over
mad
there. And by
that she
downloading
is
battle music
Nezuko
down
Christ
below.
Sean, so whatever. Alright, what's next? Ah, it's this one, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Thor versus Vegeta. It's happening, guys. It's happening. We're gonna watch Vegeta get his butt kicked in. For those of you who are who are confused with that, it's because they're probably bringing in quite literally everything with Thor. And if you look up just how powerful Thor is, just everything combined at least, it's kind of like, the Iron Man versus Batman situation, or rather, Batman versus Iron Man situation, where they literally brought in everything Batman has gotten, including his Hellbat suit, and of course the same thing with Iron Man, with all of his Iron Man suits. But, yeah, if that's anything to go by, characters can be wildly more powerful than you may think. Thor's definitely one of those characters. He's literally a god, and while that may not mean too much in the grand scheme of things, he's gotten a whole lot of stuff over the years to prove just how OP he is. And, apparently, all these amazing feats that I've seen him do, apparently they were all weaker than all while Thor was not at his strongest, which happens only recently, apparently. But yeah, I'm fully expecting Thor to win this one. Pretty much everyone in the Versus community is expecting Thor to win this one. I'm not going to be alone on that. And honestly, it'd be kind of fun just to watch Vegeta get his butt kicked in, because watching Vegeta get his butt kicked in is surprisingly cathartic a lot of the time. Same thing with Goku, but that's for an entirely different reason. Vegeta, it's just straight up entertaining because it's Vegeta. With Goku getting his butt kicked in, it's entertaining because I hate current Goku, who's just a complete and utter imbecile. So, yeah, not that he wasn't an imbecile before, but just especially in Super. So, yeah. But yeah, this fight, yeah, that was pretty great. I pretty much said all my 2 cents on it. So So yeah, surprisingly sad ending, but whatever. But yeah, whatever. I got nothing else to say, so yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.